Hello, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I want to say hi and talk about this banking strategy robot. It's one of our best-selling products. After you purchase it, it gets added to your account as a dictator, and with just a click, you can see how it works on any time frame. It works on all 4 time frames. Let's take a look at it. It trades the pound to the dollar. Now let's check gold. Pounds work against dollars. I'm going to go. Gold works. And anything you can think of if you're trading stocks, this robot works for you like a Benz, like clockwork. But let's say we're focusing on Bitcoin, which I like. If we want to know how it works on a specific time frame, we created this tutorial video to show you how to confirm it. For example, on a 3-minute time frame, on a daily time frame. With currencies, I decided to turn this concept into 3 slides for easier use. I'll provide you with 3 corrections. After you purchase it, you'll be in the Telegram channel and you can have it. You can review it briefly, and once you get the hang of it, it'll just click in your mind and you can continue with confidence. On the daily time frame, with the pound and things like that, I decided to turn this whole concept into 3 slides so you can use it more easily. I'll provide you with 3 corrections. After you purchase it, you'll be in the Telegram channel and you can have it right by your side. Take a look at it for a day or 2, and once you get the hang of it, it'll just click in your mind and you can continue with confidence. But let's get started. Look at the method for 1 or 2 days. And once you get started with it, it will become automatic, and you will continue to do it in your mind with ease. But let's get started. The banking strategy robot is a tool that gives us buy and sell signals. It has 2 main strategies, the direct strategy and the reverse strategy. Let's see how both of them work. This strategy works like this. First of all, this robot, as I mentioned, I also want to bring it over here. 1. Let's do it this way so I can see this valley. As I mentioned, it works on all 4 time frames. If you're trading on a time frame and you want to use them, what does it mean if it's under 30 minutes? It means it comes from here, picks its shape, and it becomes like this. For example, in this 3-minute video, well, under 30 minutes, I keep pulling it. So this is the first rule. If your time frame is over 30 minutes, you can use both strategies. Just make sure it doesn't get too complicated. Depending on what you're confirming, you might want to do a back test to see which scenario gives you more accurate signals. From the very first step, which is really simple, we've been focusing on the under 30-minute time frames, and we keep going. Now, let's move on to the first strategy. See which scenario gives you more accurate signals. From the very first step, which is really simple, we've been focusing on the under 30-minute time frames, and we keep going. First strategy. How does the first strategy work? It works like this. If it gives us a buy signal, or a sell signal, or a buy plus or sell plus, as you can see here, we have the buy signal, buy plus, and sell plus. Bet first, but second, give up one more. Signal. If it's a sell signal, the next candle is red. If it's a buy signal, the next candle is green. Have a candle after the signal, and the color is in the direction of the signal. The third condition is that this candle is an alpha candle, meaning it should have a certain size in the direction of the signal. It might only have size above it, but not below it. If it's a buy signal, it only has size above it, but not below it. This is called an alpha candle. Review. Have a candle after the signal, and the color is in the direction of the signal. If it's a sell signal, the next candle is red. If it's a buy signal, the next candle is green. Simple. Let's go over 4 examples together. If you see here, it only has size above it and no size below it. This is called an alpha candle. It's that simple. Let's review it one more time. Patiently, you need to have a candle after the signal, and the color should be in the direction of the signal. If it's a sell signal, the next candle should be red. If it's a buy signal, the next candle should be green. Whether it's green or red, it should be in the direction we want to go, the same direction that the signal indicated. It's really simple. Let's go over 4 examples together. The time of divine truth in the markets is shaking from others, and as you can see, this is the last thing I'm going to present right now. We're going to see that working with this robot isn't anything strange. A simple signal example here. shows that we got a sell signal, and the next candle turned red. But it also went up in the meantime. Now, the next candle, which was red, gave us a sell signal. Here, we have a red candle, and it's on one side, meaning it gave us a sell signal. The first condition is met, the candle turned red, and it's also an alpha candle. So, all three conditions are satisfied, and I'm going to open a sell or short position. I hope the previous ones give us a nice little boost. You can enter at 1.5, 2, or even 3, and you'll see your best films going much lower. But we're here, for example. Let's wrap it up. Here's an example for us to look at together. We need to get this with the subsidy, but the next candle hasn't turned green. So, that's the second condition. His presentation lacks a third condition. One data point showed no green candle, signaling a sell with a red candle. Enter. Here, for example, it gave us a sell signal, but the candle turned red in this good example. It gave us a 3+ signal, and the candle is only going down. You can see how well this is set up. We're entering the previous setups now, either here or depending on how you want to define it, you should set it to 1.5 or 2. If you set it to 2.5, it might be a bit further back. If you set it to 1.5, it's right here where it hits your entry. Now, I wanted to look for an example, and we see a sell signal. We see a sell signal. Great example, buy. It gave us a buy plus signal here, and the candle turned green, which is in the direction of the signal, meaning it's going up. The color is good, so it meets three conditions. The first condition is met, the second condition is that the candle is green, and the third condition is that it's an alpha candle. Feel free. Rely on it, set risks lower, doesn't come in. Sell plus signal, candle green, not third condition. Market dropped, we have strategy. Sell signal, next candle red. Unsure if alpha candle, but has three conditions. Doesn't come in here. Sell plus signal, candle green, not third condition. Market dropped, we have strategy. Sell signal, next candle red. Unsure if alpha candle, but has three conditions. Next candle green, degree 1 in direction. First strategy. Examples in any time frame. Issue, next candle red, going down, maybe a great drop. Might go up. Zoom in. It's sharply dropping. Sell signal. No conditions met. Market dropped. Stick to strategy if entering. Next candle green. Degree 1. Right direction. This is from the first strategy. Now you can see examples of it. You can check it in any time frame. Here again, the issue is that the next candle is red, which is going down. It might be a great drop. Here again, it might go up. You see, if I zoom in for you, you can see it's sharply dropping. This is a sell signal, and none of the conditions are met. The market has dropped, but we need to stick to our strategy if you want to enter with a smaller volume. So, for example, if the plastic material is in the next candle, we won't enter at all if it's a doji on both sides. This is the first strategy section. Now, we want to move on to the second strategy. So, what does our second strategy say? Our second strategy is really interesting. I'm going to make it a bit smaller here so you can see it clearly. Give a sell signal with a plus. Now, we don't care about anything else here, meaning we're not focusing on the plus or the police. We're just looking at the game, and the sell plus, and it doesn't matter what color the candle is. This strategy has two conditions, either part 2.1 or 2.2. We need a 3 or the candle color. The color isn't in the direction, contradicting our first strategy. If the color is, the next should be green. Now, the third condition is an alpha candle. If it gives a buy signal but is red, it becomes strategy type 2. Check support or resistance. If it breaks the dotted lines, it takes effect. When data shows something, it takes a sell signal. We can take on higher credit risk, visible on the chart. Now let's move on to the third condition, which is being an alpha candle. If it gives a buy signal here, like in this case, but the candle is red, what do? That becomes strategy type 2. You check the 3.5 condition, which is either support or resistance, depending on whether it breaks through the dotted lines shown here. This means that whenever the data shows something, if it hits a sell signal, we can take on higher credit risk. You set it to 2 on the chart, and you can see it. There's another scenario where it came with a sell signal and the candle is green, but it's a beta candle, meaning it has some volatility. You check it every time there's a support level. When it breaks, you get a sell signal. Now, we'll see an example of this together. It's the last example we had in the market. With this plus signal, the next one hasn't been registered yet. The candle hasn't turned green, and the next one turned red. The second condition means the color of the candle. The color is against the direction of the signal, and the candle has turned red, which means it meets condition 2. One of these two conditions has to be met. We move on to condition 3 and wait for support or resistance to be broken. What does breaking mean? It means losing the candles that shouldn't be there on a good day. This support or resistance that we've marked with these dotted lines, we come here. I'm taking a short signal and setting the stop above it. It gives me a recovery at 1.5 or 2.5, making it easy for me. Now you can set your position higher if you want to act aggressively. Well, you adjust your position again, and you see how easily it gave us a signal in just 1 or 2 candles. Let me show you another example. Here, I'm not concerned with the details. I just want to patiently see if I can say something about your settings. They should remove the classes. It's turned red twice. With the next candle, and it's not just red, it's also 2.5 on the other side. Maybe whatever the good ones have, it's all here. We're entering below this level. Here, it gave a class signal, either itself or a 3.5 alpha candle. We can call it 20p, and it gives us an easy entry at 1.5 to 2. Again, it has come here, and it should have given us a sell signal, and we wait until it breaks. The break has happened here. I'm taking a sell at 1.5. My internet got cut off. Unfortunately, I need a bit of your patience until it reconnects and this chart comes back. I'll turn it off and on once. I really need the internet from you today. It's been very weak. It was weak, yeah? This heart don't go in here. You have to wait for the next candle to turn red. The break happened, or 1 and the Elias candle is higher. We're not going to enter 2 or 3. It takes it easy. I'm saying we should go in and see which one works, but 1.5 gives it to you easily. I stayed here just a little bit. Let me make it a bit bigger. Keep my face in mind. Let's improve the lighting. Is the lighting good? Wow. Let me see another one, for example, a 1-year signal. Look at what our condition is. What signal is giving us a bias? If it's giving a signal, the color is opposite or really strong. Right now, this is exactly the same as the previous one, and then when it turns green, I'll enter when the break happens. Now, this class has just broken down. After that, we can wait, for example, 3 or 4 signals to be more precise. It doesn't matter which one you go with. We open a position against the signal or call it back to itself, but we need to be at 1.5, 2, 3, and it easily takes the dates for us. Let's see another example. We open a position against the signal, needing to be at 1.523. Let's see another example. Here, it was done with a 1 gap leading to a blockage. Then it turned green. Dotted lines were drawn, but couldn't hold up well. We had our flight afterward. Let's look at another example. A 1 gap caused a blockage, then it turned green. Dotted lines didn't hold up well. Class was given flight afterward. Another signal recorded. Next break happened. Opposite direction. Strategy type 2. Enter series of 2 or 3 hits easily. PDF on Telegram and website. Oh, let me give you another example. Everything should rotate. Now, in a 1 time frame, I think we have another signal here that has been recorded, and the next break has happened. We're going against the signal. This is strategy type 2. We're taking it in the opposite direction. And we can enter a series of 2 or 3, and it hits us easily. I won't take up more of your time. You can find this PDF on our Telegram, which is also on the website. If you have any questions, you can ask support on Telegram from up here. Get the access, and I'll summarize the guidance for you. Make sure to watch the video. And if you're on Operat, I'd appreciate it if you could like it. Thank you. Take care.